Hey guys, X here with Monolith Films. Welcome to the first Monolith Films podcast. Now, this will be rough as it is our first podcast done with little scripting. It's kind of just freelance. But if you have any suggestions, please offer them because we do anything we can. It's our first podcast, obviously, and, well, here you go.
I am Carbon.
Don't scream. Okay.
Hey there, Mariner Maze here for Oxyfuck.
This is stupid. I am Carbon. Also Josh. Christian who's in
Christian.
Chivalry.
Man.
Chizzo, the Super Mexican. I am X Ian Drake, the Darky.
Wait, there's a Canadian in here?
Yeah, seriously. Alright, okay. I'm a Mariner, also my real name is Nick. I am a ginger, and I am crazy.
I'm so
man,
random.
Well, I have to match you guys, otherwise I'm just gonna suck all the life out of the party. That, and I can't link you drugs right now, so...
I've been to the bathroom. Anyway, stop it. I'm Rickety T or RCT2 guy or any other 16-syllable name you can come up with, also known as Mark. I'm really the entire leader of this group and podcast. That's why I'm recording, and I'll edit it later. Funny. And anybody who denies it, I'm going to edit you out.
We have 13 cheers for me.
Hello, 3 cheers.
Actually, only
me.
3.
Or
Minus
Brandon.
10.
So me, 3 cheers for me. Brandon, Brandomir. And any name that's like convoluted and has a lemon at the end of it, that's probably mine.
Or Amir.
Oh yeah, or if there's Amir or lemon anywhere in it, it's probably mine, except for the lemon on a cast. The lemon cast.
All right,
up
stop.
There, that's not it. What?
All right. So anyone have any amazing,
I do.
crazy
I got an
stories?
idea.
I have a thing to say, everyone.
Go for it.
What? Courtesy of L. Ricker's Tickers. Janine Marks, a 12-year-old, was fairly normal. Janine spent a lot of time online. She felt more comfortable there. One day, she met a new friend. They liked the same bands. They worried about the same subjects. In school, they promised to keep each other's secrets.
Oh.
They decided to meet at the mall. Janine showed up. So did her new friend. Only her friend wasn't in junior high. He was a 1,500-pound rabid grizzly bear.
Great job.
1 in 5 children online gets eaten by rabid bears, and you didn't even know bears could type. So guys, that means that statistically, at least one of us are going to be eaten by a bear. So which...
I'm a bear, my
The
dick
dog-
is 8 feet long, I have probismo, and I'm dead.
The bear's
Okay.
not allowed to eat me, though, because it'd be racist, since I'm Mexican.
Oh, that's true. So let's see
Yeah.
how many that
Unless it's a Mexican bear, then it's just...
I was gonna say we need to vote off whoever we decide to feed to the bear, but Okay, guys, I'm back and not a bear.
All right.
Remember
Well,
when I
Hey,
said I
please.
was half bear? I was talking about the bottom half, if you know what I mean.
why does that make sense?
It didn't.
Wait, but really hairy gay people are called bears, so does that mean that I'm half
Thank you for
gay?
explaining the joke.
PG, man.
Wow.
This is for the
Probably
children.
are you
Wow.
better?
Podcast? Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Oh goddamn.
All right. Any other stories that aren't like that?
No.
I could read the fine print,
Okay.
but
Don't.
it'll probably bore you.
Go ahead and don't.
Okay.
So, let's get right along to films.
Oh, boy.
Carbon, what was the latest film that you saw in the theater?
Let's see, latest film that I saw in a theater. Officially The Hobbit. Unofficially Django Unchained. Okay.
Wait, what's
Anyway,
a
I mean,
movie?
Beeping it.
Josh went and saw The Hobbit. There, now go for it.
I went and
That's
saw The
definitely
Hobbit. I thought it was pretty good. A lot of people didn't. What? What were you
my
going to
opinion
say?
of The Hobbit.
Oh, great.
boy.
Thanks for cutting him
I
off so you can
saw
tell
it-
what you think.
I saw it in IMAX 3D.
And I
48
cried. It
frames
was so
per second.
beautiful.
Meaning it was
And-
just raid your eyes.
While it was beautiful visually and incredibly smooth, and the fight scenes were well produced, the story was still an idiotic children's story based on good people and bad people they fight. So
Yeah,
Pretty
good
much
work,
every
Peter
Tarantino
Jackson.
film since Pulp Fiction.
Yeah.
No, there's no
Uh,
funnies in here.
Yeah,
Remember
I,
we have to stick to a strict format. This podcast
Guys-
is supposed to listen how a third grader reads.
we're the next. We're the next Ebert.
All right. Anything else to say, Harvey?
Wait, so which one of us gets jaw cancer?
Can I have
Almost.
left ear cancer?
So your ears just randomly stop working at certain times. That's
That's
another
why-
fun fact
no,
about Josh.
That's why it's
Just
called
once.
the Monocast.
Yeah. It's in mono. Yeah, it's a funny joke. Okay, move on.
Monaural.
Christian.
Christian, what movie did you see?
I can't hear anything.
Good.
Oh,
Mask
he's
is
deaf.
on.
Ear cancer gone.
He's caught my ear disease.
All right, well, on to me then.
Oh,
I saw
Talk about
Les
yourself.
Mis, and I thought it was really, really good. Great story, great cast, pretty good singers. My only problem is it's really hard for me to take a musical seriously.
Too
Like-
bad it's a chick flick. Oh, you just ate your mic. You have to cut that out.
Anyway,
edited. No, I mean, like, okay.
Van Hammer.
Les Mis, the thing that was impressive about it, like, this is what I've heard about the production, is that they recorded all the songs in the scenes, like, they had it recorded on site, as opposed to most musicals where they record them beforehand and just put them in. And I think if they pulled that off well, it's really impressive.
but they didn't.
They did.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
While some of it was good, they also here's the thing: they make awful faces that make it like really hard not to laugh when they sing. First of all, which is a major problem because it's like really dramatic moments. Someone make a really stupid face, it's just like, and then like everyone's dying. It's like he made a really stupid face.
If I could
And-
interject real quick, there's someone in my game called YOLO Swagnificant. So
Oh.
there you go.
Theater to film things.
Well,
I mean,
there goes your opinion. Haha, moving on.
anyway,
I've actually
come on.
been in theatrical productions and shit.
Wait, you've been.
But I
in-
haven't-
You're a theater person? What?
No
yeah,
production.
I've been in. I was in theater for like 5-6 years.
That is probably the most surprising thing you revealed, next to the fact that your name was Nick, because I didn't actually know that until you said it on the podcast.
Well, let's see. I've done
introduction.
that. I've been a singer for about about the same amount of time.
These
Yeah.
are just like one surprise after another. It's like an opening presents on Christmas, except they're
Oh my
interesting
God.
I'm also a
facts.
bisexual walrus. whose partner is
Oh!
Jeb.
Actually, I knew that one.
I am a king.
Yeah, don't you
I've
know
had-
that's how Mariner met his wife, was through theater.
I've been experimenting over
Walrus
the past 6 months with Mariner, so I, gotta.
One of the movies I see, Django Unchained. It was good. Spike Lee's an idiot. Everyone. Spike Lee is stupid.
Yo.
If someone knocks down a tree in the forest, does Spike Lee think it's racist?
Yeah.
Anyway, you get to see Jamie Foxx, totally new. It's
Good.
amazing
That's
screenplay.
Insert
Send him to
Django
see it.
Unchained nuts joke here.
I think it's one of the best Tarantino films in a while. I think he got really good people to play the roles. One of my favorite films of the year, I think. And then that's about
Why
it.
wasn't
I've
Johnny
seen.
Depp in it?
Let's see. What else have I
Because
seen?
Tarantino isn't that big of an asshole.
Good thing I also saw this movie and can concur.
I want to see it, but I also want to see Skyfall
Yes,
and
me
that's out
too.
of theaters. The last
The-
movie I saw was Lincoln.
How was that?
Ooh,
I
that was
saw
good.
that. I wanted to see
Lincoln
it.
was alright, but like the story's okay. It moved pretty quickly, but I rather would have seen. It's weird. Like everyone thought it was just going to be a biopic about Lincoln, and it wasn't. It was mostly about the story of the 13th Amendment, which is pretty interesting. But Daniel Day-Lewis's performance as Lincoln was so good and like so endearing. Like he actually got the fact that Lincoln's voice is whiny, and he would do like bizarre slapstick comedy shit in the middle of like meetings and stuff. Like presidential Lincoln basically is like a blackface slapstick comedian. That's how he was in real life. And to see Daniel Day-Lewis do this shit and it work in the middle of like a serious story, can we just have I would love to see like a biopic with Daniel Day-Lewis doing that.
All right, I can do that.
Oh,
yeah.
Comment on that.
Let's make
anyway.
our own.
Maris,
And
any other-
Rorschach from Watchmen is in there as a racist midget. It's awesome.
any other movies you've seen recently?
I saw Skyfall. That was a while ago, but
Mm.
that was
Yeah,
good.
Well,
I
the
saw it
last
with you.
movie I wanted to see was Dread.
Oh
so
my
good.
gosh. Yeah, I never saw that. I've heard it was really good. I'll get it when it comes to DVD.
Oh yeah, it
Yeah.
comes on DVD on January 8th.
It's
And
in
Blu-ray.
Yeah, that's right.
Sponsor!
Yeah, come on. It's really good. You should see it.
But if you get it at
Charlie,
Best Buy,
suck
there's
my
an
dick.
$8
Oh, yeah.
discount, plus you get an extra action figure from the real film.
I heard they have on-disc DLC with alternate endings.
You can only watch the movie
Wow.
5 times.
Wow.
It's like DRM
Wow.
for your
Yeah,
eyes.
Oh, how appropriate, because Dread lives in a police state.
I don't get it.
I'm sorry, but
Spoiler.
honestly,
Hashtag EA 2013.
honestly, if they were to actually like create eye scanners that you had to use while watching a movie, I would totally be for it. That would be amazing. Just throwing that out there, you know.
It wouldn't.
Uh,
So you saw Skyfall. How was that?
It was good.
it was. Go ahead, Mark.
I mean, honestly, I can't say I've seen like a ton of Bond films, but I've seen a good number of them, and they were all really good. But I think this one especially is probably. I mean, from what I heard, it wasn't really. From the reviews that I read about it, as well as, I mean, obviously seeing the movie itself, I think the best way to explain it is it's not just a good Bond film, but it's actually like a good movie, like period. There's a lot of great cinematography. There's just a lot of scenes where you can definitely tell, like the lighting and just color use is really good, which to me is really important in like a movie and a game. Is just the lighting in general. I think they did a really good job on that. The action was good, acting was good, etc., etc. Maybe the 120 middle schoolers running on the theater wasn't, but I got over that.
Fantastic. Yeah,
Wait,
I'd
so
say
what
I'll
was this
tell
middle
the
schooler
story.
dilemma? Go for it.
Oh,
basically we got into the theater. Mark and I did. This was I think was it like it was the weekend it came out.
Yeah,
It was a Friday or Saturday night, and we get into the theater, sit down, and almost immediately, probably 40 to 50 middle school or like freshmen in high school kids all come in and are like running around and standing up and loud. And we got there pretty early because we figured the theater was going to be crowded, and it's a good thing we did, because we're sitting here just like, oh god, these people better shut up when the movie starts. Oh no, this is terrible. Luckily they did when the movie started, which was good. But my view of the movie was it was a pretty good movie.
Real quick before you get into it, I just
Okay.
want to, with the kids. I mean, we showed up and we were like walking over to the theater because we went to Walgreens to buy some like candy and whatever before we actually went to the
Sneaking
theater.
in illegally.
And as we were walking over, I mean, you could tell there were like literally like tons of kids just showing up, and we had bought our tickets already, so we went ahead and walked past. But there were, I mean, all these kids showed up, and I was just like, God, I don't know what the hell, like, what are these guys doing? And we got in the theater and everything, and we sit down in a pretty good seat, and then suddenly, all at the same time, all these kids show up. They all knew each other. They all, were shouting at each other and running up and down the aisles and whatever. And it was like, I mean, like, this wasn't like in the middle of a day or anything.
Also, something interesting I found out just now. Sacha Baron Cohen was forced to choose between doing Django Unchained or Les Mis. So,
He was
no,
over
Les Mis.
Skyfall.
Conspiracy.
Totally relevant.
Shut up, Ian.
Thank
So,
you for that.
that was cool.
I'm
Shut
glad
up,
you interrupted us.
Yep.
Wow,
Shut
way
up,
to keep the
Ian.
conversation going. I hate you.
Take a drink.
All right.
As an introduction,
Oh, God.
whenever we
Oh,
say
God.
take a drink,
Oh,
we're
God.
referring to
I had a problem.
moment. Oh,
I
geez.
got that my microphone was in my face, and I went to go and take a drink. Crisis nearly averted. Actually, it was totally averted, but it was close. Close call 2012. The thing I really liked about Skyfall was it had. I mean, I feel that the Daniel Craig James Bond had like a different sort of atmosphere than like some of the previous ones.
It was much
And I
grimmer.
and I felt Skyfall really capitalized and like made the movie that the Daniel Craig
Mhm.
James Bond deserved, which
Mhm.
was like they got close with Casino Royale, and then Quantum of Solace was,
Yeah,
but this one I think they really did a good job.
yeah, I can agree with that.
That's good. I've always liked Daniel Craig. I really like Casino Royale.
Mhm.
Like, even though the ending kind of fell apart, but
Yeah, I think you'll like it. It's a good movie.
Brandon Powers.
Oh, yeah. My last name, using it in a podcast. Best idea.
Oh my gosh, they're gonna Google you. I remember
They're
that
gonna
one
Google
time
you
that I
so
put your
hard.
name on that grammar Nazi list of people
That
that
was-
like burn your house down.
Yep. middle
This is
school
what's gonna
problems.
happen. You're gonna die.
I'm gonna die now.
Yeah, you better believe it.
Anywho. I'm not exactly sure what the most recent movie I saw in theaters is that wasn't The Hobbit, because Josh already said that. But the fact that Mariner was talking about Lincoln made me remember the best movie I've ever seen in my entire life, which is, of course, Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter.
I wanted to see that, but it
No,
wasn't.
you have to see it. You have to see
No,
it.
you have no idea. You don't just
It
watch it.
changes live.
I heard it was complete and utter crap.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? You must have heard from heretics, because they are absolutely wrong.
Oh.
I have to
is
disagree
amazing.
with you there. I'm sorry.
Okay, look. I will give my honest opinion on this film. This movie had an interesting plot. I'm not really a huge fan of, like, historical fiction, that sort of thing. So, I mean, it's not really the thing I'm into, but, I mean, I guess it kind of made sense, but not really at all. I will say that the fight scenes were actually really interesting, and I, actually enjoyed watching them, which is pretty rare, because most of the time, fight scenes end up just being really, shaky camera and that kind of awful stuff. But not only were they, interesting, they also had, slow motion, so you could actually pay attention to what was going on, and, like I said, they were interesting to watch. Different stuff happened.
Here's my thing with that movie. I think the action was way too stupid. It was something with the bad editing, I think, was what it was to me. And
The
action
editing was
scene,
actually great.
no, it was terrible.
It was
The
amazing.
action becomes so tiresome because it's just oh, stop! The scripting was just terrible in that movie. I just couldn't stand. Oh God, so I
Okay.
hated it.
Can I give my opinion on my own movie now?
Sure.
Wait, does anybody
Okay.
else have any bad opinions so we can tide Brandon over?
Okay.
Alright, go for it.
I have to say that I wholeheartedly disagree with a lot of points, especially that Ian brought up. For one thing, I think the fact that if you were watching this movie expecting to take it seriously, then that was horrible. And I know you're gonna whine, I'm not taking it seriously. No, but you have to go into that movie prepared to laugh, because it is an action comedy. The fact that it takes itself so seriously is just highlighted by the fact that the actors are all bad in the campiest ways possible. Lincoln never shows any emotion. He's like, I never asked for this. And it's just, hilarious.
That was Batman!
It's so convoluted in all the best ways. Ian said about the editing was completely and wholeheartedly wrong. The editing was great as far as the action scenes are, because the action never got repetitive or boring or uninteresting, because you know what? They didn't stick to reality. They didn't care about reality. Characters were throwing horses at each other. That's not something you see in an average, everyday run-of-the-mill movie. It just was so over the top in all the best ways.
I hate to say this. I'll be right back. Keep you talking on.
Okay.
Keep it being beautiful.
Okay.
I'll be back in 5 minutes.
Okay.
And that was Relevant Information Theater!
He never returned. He died later that night.
See, the problem that I had is that it's basically, I mean, it's a well put together movie. Like I said, it's just the problem is that it takes itself too seriously, and that's just really what makes it a bad
Well,
movie.
given that spoilers, it's basically one of the main themes of the film is the South is the evil vampire, since that's where the vampires come from. I mean, that is kind of an interesting topic, semi-serious, but from what I'm hearing, the style of the film didn't really suit that.
Oh, do you think they're seriously trying to be this bad, or do you think they're doing it to be funny? Meanwhile, vampires are getting flung across the screen and chopped to death with axes, and you guys are analyzing whether or not it was intentional that this is ridiculous.
I
Of
wasn't
course it's ridiculous.
analyzing
It's
it.
Abraham Lincoln
Watch
Vampire
any of
Hunter.
the Cinema Snob's early reviews, and you'll see what I mean.
Yeah, here's the thing.
There's a difference between a fantasy film and a
Exactly.
movie that takes itself seriously, and in this case, it seemed more like a fantasy film than a movie that took itself seriously. I mean, you could definitely say the same thing about The Hobbit. It's just what are you talking about? He just put that ring on and he became invisible. Of course it's over the top. I mean, you could say that about any fantasy film as well as a movie that tries to be as ironic.
Guys, I'm back. By the way, tip of the night. Don't operate a clutch with bare feet. And if you do, make sure that you don't end up crushing your toes.
Unless you're a hobbit, then you're fine.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Also, don't step out into a pile of snow once you get out of your car.
It hurts. Yeah, it freezes. It gets
Yeah.
really
Wait,
cold.
did you seriously just go in your car?
Yeah, I had to move. Went to Deerberg's, got a couple of brewskis, and then just hanging out here.
Drinking.
Oh God. Oh, my liver.
All right, so just to recap, in conclusion, Brandon really liked Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. We didn't think it was over the top enough. Brandon thought it was a perfect movie. That's about it.
Because I wish it did. Anyone have any...
I have a comment to make.
Jesus Christ,
I know
I'm done.
I know I'm done. I'm done. It's over. Done.
Okay.
Podcast over. No more. First one. We're done. This is so stupid. We're not doing this again. Anyway. So, Lincoln. I know we already talked about Lincoln, but I
Go ahead.
didn't get this in. I thought it was a pretty good movie.
Oh, are you talking about Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter or Lincoln?
No.
Okay,
Lincoln.
thank God.
No. But
I'm Lincoln. I'm gonna tell you a story in the middle of an
Well, no, not
important
that.
scene.
Not really him. It was more, what's his name? Thaddeus. That I thought was hysterical.
Oh, you mean fucking oh god, Tommy Lee Jones?
Yeah. He is the greatest. I mean, there were times when I was expecting to, be parts of slight humor where you just kind of sticker at it, but I was like, there were parts in that movie that were legitimately funny.
Oh yeah.
And I really didn't expect that at all.
I'm glad he didn't put on any sort of accent because he probably could, but it's like, oh come on, it's Tommy Lee Jones. It's Tommy Lee Jones.
What do you expect him to do?
I'm Tommy Lee Jones. I bang a black chick at the end of the movie. Fuck you.
All right.
Hey, I don't think he can because he had like a cane. Not really a good performer. Oh God, Jesus, save me! A joke too far.
So I'm thinking
That wasn't a cane.
I've got a joke.
the thing that's on all our minds right now. I know it's on my mind, and I'm pretty sure everyone's thinking the same thing.
Dick.
What about
Oh,
Kim Ye?
sorry.
What about Kim Ye?
What? I've never heard of that
don't
before
know
in
what
my
that is.
entire life.
Are you serious? Okay, it's Kanye and Kim's baby. It's like,
Oh.
jeez.
What?
Wow.
Is
Somebody's been
somebody
watching too
this
much
podcast?
TMZ.
Mute, ban, kick,
I feel like throwing
gag.
up.
Also,
Yeah.
rumor has it, Lindsay Lohan was eating a grilled cheese. Say goodbye to that diet girlfriend.
Stop talking over each other. Stop it. Stop.
I didn't know this was a musical podcast.
Okay.
Man, that musical.
Apparently,
other
we're covering
news,
music
my
and
voice should
celebrity
not go that
gossip
high.
now.
Video games.
First, I'll have to link you $1.
Okay, do it now. BitTorrent me $1.
Okay.
No
thank
way,
you.
man. That's illegal.
Video games. Those are things. And
Hey,
Video
I
games,
played one of those once.
video games, basically, I mean, giving video games a rating overall, I'd say that video games just cause kids to want to shoot other kids. So I'm not
Yeah.
really interested at all. in-
Sunday Hook.
That
I think-
wasn't a funny. Why did you fake laugh at that? That wasn't over the top enough. Go ahead. Ian.
Doritos Mountain Dew. I got bonus XP.
Wait,
Nom, nom.
do they make Dorito flavored Mountain Dew?
Hey guys,
No,
Buy
but I'm
the
pretty
new
sure
Game
Halo
Boy
4 would have
Advance.
been funded by it.
No.
Game Boy
The correct-
Advance SP.
The correct
The
question
backlit
was.
system for today.
The correct question was: Have they made Dorito flavored, or I'm sorry, Mountain Dew flavored Doritos yet? As if you're
Yeah, I know,
expecting
right?
it to happen, because
So
eventually.
basically, just start an IV drip of sugar and fucking salt into your veins.
Yeah.
And I like Doritos, but come on.
50 cc's of Doritos right here. Oh, yeah.
I have orange blood on my fingers.
Hey guys, are you
It's
guys
like
invested?
Cheeto dust, but it's on the inside of your fingertips.
You're just
Are
snorting
you guys
Dorito
invested
dust.
in the Dorito dust trade across the border? It goes from Cali up to all the way to Arizona.
Okay, so Josh,
Some-
have you ever played any
what?
good games
Hey.
lately?
Yes, I
Yeah,
have.
this topic isn't fun.
Okay. Oh, I was talking about. Okay.
Back to
Um,
video games.
Okay, so Steam deals happened. Last a couple of weeks. I bought-
Video game.
Shut your face.
It's
you
not
person
your
who sent me
turn.
Two things.
Okay, we're actually
You
going to
said
talk
two
about
things.
video games. This isn't the fucking tester.
Ooh, that was funny. So, anyways,
Your challenge is to jump over 18 tires.
guys, I can't jump. I'm too fat.
Must be all the Mountain Dew flavored Doritos.
Anyway, so Steam sales happened,
Leather.
and I had I bought 2 games, both of which were strategy games. One was XCOM: Enemy Unknown. It's pretty good, strangely addicting, but I think I'm doing something wrong because I can never get past like early mid game. before something stupid happening and making me have to restart. But whatever. I mean, we've all realized that half the fun of that game is naming your squad members your friends and seeing who can actually survive. And the other
who gets killed, because they all
True.
get killed.
True.
Survival is not something that's an option.
To see who dies first.
Yes, exactly.
And then I also got Sins of a Solar Empire Rebellion, which I've played for probably about 45 minutes now, but not actually played. More went through the first 2 tutorials, had my brain fall out, and then
Oh yeah, I saw that on
play it.
YouTube.
So yeah, viral video 5 of January 4th, 2013.
Yeah.
Stupid kid's brain falls out of
Video
the bus
game.
After playing stupid strategy game.
Wow, COD for life.
Also, we've all
Shut
been
up,
playing
Ian.
Ace of Spades. And I know
Shut up. Oh yeah, that's right.
you were playing that,
Oh,
so
boy.
keep in mind.
We've,
mention that.
That's great. Shut up. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Hey, that's right. But yeah, since from what I can tell, it's going to be a really fun game once I can get the hang of it. But it's
Wait,
like
Sins or Ace of Spades?
Sins.
Okay.
That's why I said Sins.
Oh.
I was talking to Josh Key, and he was saying that like it's actually not that hard of a game. It's just the tutorials are really bad because they try to explain the finer points, assuming you know the basics, but then never explain the basics. Like it literally just pulled up this giant grid full of buttons, like a 9x9 grid of buttons, and said, "These are your basic buttons for doing basic things." Moving on. It just like didn't explain anything. Like all the buttons were just pictures. So I was like, "What is this?" Ace of Spades. Ace of Spades is fun.
Oh gosh. Understatement ever.
Oh god, it's probably the most stressful game I've played in a very long time. Let's see, who was it? It was you.
That's such an original concept, zombies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was Brandon, Christian, and I. We were on a game, and we were all miners, which are the diggy types. We're digging these tunnels around, and basically just spaghetti of tunnels.
Yeah, I was a zombie.
Oh yeah, Ian was a
Yes.
zombie, and so we just every little sound I freaked out. Because I was like, oh god, it's zombie. Oh god, it's zombie. And everyone duck down and listen. Shh, shh, shh. And so that was fun. It was stressful.
Somehow. it was
And
fun.
but then the funny thing was, not
Oh,
too long
God.
later, like a few days later, we're all driving in the same car. We're driving back to Brandon's house. It's gonna be a good time. We just got through watching Django Unchained, and Christian in the back of my car says, "Oh God, a zombie!" in his normal "Oh God, a zombie" voice when we were playing Ace of Spades, and I was really embarrassed because my stomach sank right as he said it, and then I realized what had just happened, and I was like, "Oh God, why?" So yeah, that game's stressful, also extremely fun.
Yes.
Boy,
What
game
about
of the
you,
year?
Ian?
Game of the year.
Game of the year. Oh, despite its flaws, I would have to say XCOM.
There you go. Christian, what games are you playing?
I'm really liking Far Cry 3.
Good. All right, we're done.
Is that it? You didn't play anything else
hey,
recently?
hey.
You got XCOM. Didn't you like XCOM?
Yeah, I really liked XCOM
Another
too,
game?
but I mean that was Josh's thing. I don't want to deal with that.
No, you can make all the
can say-
comments you want about any games you play.
Yeah. Just don't
No.
like say the same things you said.
Oh. Well, I really liked XCOM 2, despite its like really big bug. Sometimes it just doesn't seem like what they say. The percentage chance of hitting is really what it is.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Is
That was you like Ace of Spades?
I haven't played the actual gameplay, quote unquote. I've only done
Yeah.
zombie mode with these guys. But zombie mode is totally worth the $5 I spent on the game.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I remember when it was on the flash sale. Oh, that's right. I did. I bought Ace of Spades too. So I bought 3 games. I guess that was more at the beginning of the sale, so it seems longer ago. But I remember we're all sitting there like, okay, I really hope that this game wins, and it did. And I bought it like, oh god, a minute in, and I was just like, eh. It felt pathetic, but it was a good game, so it's
You
worth
are
it, right?
pathetic.
Oh, shut, God.
Christian, do you have anything else to say about games you played? How's Chivalry?
Chivalry, the mod kind of seems about the equivalent of this game. But,
Okay.
I mean, the hitboxes are a bit better, but they're still really janky. Like, there's this guy running around with a long sword, and he just seems like he magically pokes you, like magically gains momentum and insta-kills you with a small poke. So that's
That
really
makes sense.
aggravating.
That sounds like a good game.
Guys, I'm looking at my Steam inventory right now, and I have 6 copies of Dota 2 giftable. What? So if you want
Hey,
to go
Email
ahead,
X at hotmailgirl.com13. Get those copies of Dota before he runs out.
Hotmailgirl.com 13.
These cannot be redeemed in China. Sorry.
Oh,
my
Chinese
God. Communists.
crap.
I
Anyway,
hate communists.
I'm gonna go on to my games of this sale. So, keep in mind, there's still a lot of games I haven't played yet. I bought a lot of games, I still haven't played them all yet. I actually not even come out this year, came out a while ago, but I've been playing GTA 4, and having a lot of fun with it. Borderlands 2 was really fun for a while. It's one of those games where it feels. I think it was the writing that grated on me a lot. Now, I think the game is praised for the writing, but God, I cannot stand it. I know, Mark, don't you feel the same way, Mark?
It's okay. I mean, it's not like awful. It's just like it's not really interesting at all. I mean, again, the radio content is always really funny. I always enjoy that, but like the actual dialogue between people, it's not really always that great. We're
Yeah, it's bad.
I'm so sorry. I was talking about Grand Theft Auto still. I completely forgot. Yeah, Borderlands. The dialogue is really bad.
Okay, thank you. Okay,
it's
It went from okay to really bad.
It's never funny. I'm sorry. A lot of people really enjoyed it, and I mean, I don't really mind that. You know, whatever they want. But honestly, all the jokes, like the unicorn stuff
Butt
and
stallion.
whatever, Butt Stallion. It was literally
Try to
funny,
save people like
maybe
Call of Duty.
once, and then after that, it was just like, okay.
Played it through once, but then by that time I was kind of done with it. But yeah, otherwise, it was really well produced. I mean, it was a great sequel to the game, I think.
Right.
And also, to be fair, I have not played the DLC. I do own it, so I will play it eventually, but I have not played it yet. Another game that I really, really loved was Dishonored. Oh my gosh. It takes elements from Deus Ex and Bioshock, and it combines them superfluously.
Oh,
It is one of those games where you play it, and like you instantly want to start playing it again. So I think that might be my game of the year. Halo 4. Just kidding.
You're hilarious.
GTA Vice City, the 10th anniversary edition. Xenoblade Chronicles. That's like the last good Wii game. It's really good. You should play it if you want a Wii. It's something great.
I do.
Sleeping Dogs.
Sleeping Doges.
It's really fun. Also, I mean, you can't miss it. It's Journey, you know? If you haven't played it...
Just the way you put that, just like, you can't miss it. Journey.
I think the question...
Carry on, my wayward son.
Can video games be considered art is answered with this game. Another good game is Fez. Nice story, and the best thing about it was the visuals.
And no Doctor Who. Thank God.
Yes, and no Doctor Who. Spent a lot of time working on this game. Put his heart and soul into this game. Sold really well. It was received well, and I'm really happy for that.
His soul into the game.
And
he got so
for that,
rich,
it was
and now
amazing.
he's no longer indie. Loses indie cred. Now he's actually wealthy. So screw him.
Technically, it's
So he's 7% EA.
Yeah,
Yes,
he is.
yes.
He's him and EA are basically the exact same thing. They're basically
butt
hooking
buddies,
up in the
honestly.
They're basically hooking up in the garage right now. He still has money, so no indie cred from me.
I don't know if you can accept Black Mesa yet because it's not finished.
Black
I tried to
Mesa's
play
still
that,
not
it didn't
finished.
work.
The exact thing is Half-Life, but put in amazing visuals.
And no jumping. Because
Yeah,
jumping
no
is
jumping.
for queers, apparently.
Okay, yeah, jumping was an issue.
T.
I didn't have that issue. I can understand though people having that problem. Other problem I
But
had
that's
was
the
the
only
AI.
Source game where jumping is, like, realistic.
Yeah,
And it's for no reason, because you're in a freaking power suit.
yeah.
The one point you should be able to jump like a banshee, you can't.
Oh.
Oh,
You just
anyway,
can't.
Black Mesa was really fun. I had a lot of fun with it, considering I had not played Half-Life yet. I played a little bit of it, but it got hard and I stopped. Jonathan Blow. Jonathan Blow.
Jonathan Blow.
That's
more
the guy
like,
who made Braid.
Think Becky Blow with less tits.
No, don't think that. Don't
or
think that.
maybe
Oh, come on, she's cute.
maybe more.
Yeah, but Jonathan Blow is not. Also,
Ah,
I played Walking
well,
Dead. That was
Jonathan
cool.
blows.
Gammy of the year was
Drum roll, please.
Dishonored. Oh, God.
Wow!
Right.
Wow!
Look at how much I care.
Wow!
You
You
could
even
just
talk
cut
about
out
Hotline
right.
Miami. You could
Oh,
just
yeah.
never happen to that game.
No.
So I played Hotline Miami. It's really good. Pick it up for $10. It's fast-paced combat, great story, digs into deeper themes. It's really fun. It's Spades really fun. Lots of zombies.
Like anal sex.
Games I haven't played yet. Bought Dark Souls. I was told it's amazing. I'm gonna buy Scribblenauts, Boy Torchlight 2. It's like Diablo 3, but it exceeds it in almost every way. Anyway.
Oh yeah, no.
So
Okay, now that I've gone through all the
there
games I
are
played
still
this year, I'm gonna
games
go through
I
all the
haven't
games I played ever,
played
and then
yet.
all the games I didn't play but I plan to play, and all
So,
the games
we
that I
already
haven't
read
played, and all
that.
the games that I should probably play in the future, and all the games that are thinking about being made, and all the developers that are thinking about making games currently.
okay. Anyway, he's muted. So
Isn't funny.
anyway, so I still not played Natural Selection 2, Far Cry 3, and I've been told those are really great games. So my game of the year might change as soon as I play those. And then also Dark Souls. All right, Mariner, you play games?
Ooh. Am I old yet?
Probably my most surprising game that I've played. I can't do a best of because I haven't played that many new games because I'm a po-ass.
That's true.
Ooh. I would know.
Gotham City
sorry.
Imposters. People say it's a COD clone, but it's actually enjoyable, both before and after free to play. PlanetSide 2 is really great, though I haven't been able to play it recently because, again, I haven't had a lot of time struggling with, being a student. Oh, Retro City Rampage is a fun little game.
Oh yeah.
I need to play that.
That was one I wanted to pick up.
Good.
All the game type settings are just like, oh my god, it looks so awesome.
Yeah, it's worth it just for that shit.
Yeah.
So Mariner, even though you've only
Fucking
played
hard
like
game, too, at
3
points.
games, what would you say is your game of the year out of those 3?
Out of those 3. Probably PlanetSide, just because it's amazing that we have an MMO FPS that actually works, pretty much.
I haven't played Firefall. Did you hear anything about that? Anyone played that at all? Firefall?
I lost track of that.
Yeah, me too. It looks decent. I heard it's pretty good.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember that.
All the Firefall devs listening to this are gonna be, oh man!
Yeah. It's really good.
All right, so let's see. I bought a lot of games during the sale, and I've played most of them. I mean, I haven't beat them, but let's see. Throughout the year, games I played. Let's see. I played Assassin's Creed. That's not really a new game, but Assassin's Creed was actually really good. I was kind of surprised. I thought it'd be decent, and that the sequels would be better, but it was actually really good. I haven't gotten to play any of the other Assassin's Creeds yet, so I can't say how good those are. Let's see, and I picked up Grand Theft Auto during the sale a couple months ago, and I finally got into that. That's a pretty good game. I bought Ace of Spades. It's all right. The new version, for the most part, it's pretty good. I mean, I like zombies. I feel like there's a little bit of a balance issue, but overall, I think it's a good game mode. But the way we play zombies, I feel like we might as well just play DayZ instead because I mean, that's basically what it is. It's just the only reason it's so fun is because we put so much intensity on it. But let's see. I picked up Gods and Kings. I haven't really gotten all the features out of it yet. I haven't been able to play it that much, but I can already tell it's a really good expansion. I think it's worth
It's apparently the only expansion worth a damn.
Well, I bought all the other DLC too, and I mean like the different leaders are pretty good, but I mean obviously Gods and Kings is the only one that actually changes how the game works, and I think it's well worth it.
Yeah, really. I mean, with in regards to Gods and Kings, I mean, I've bought all of the I guess different civilizations you can get. I also bought let's see, the Explorers map pack, which adds in some pretty good stuff, and the Wonders of the Ancient World.
Mhm.
And those really seem like the only ones you need. They've got a few specific maps, but it's like if you buy the Explorers map pack, they've got basically everything you'll ever want.
Right.
But yeah, Gods and Kings, good game, 2012. It's a good. Yeah.
A game I forgot to mention that deserves to be mentioned. Guild Wars, because
Oh.
I totally forgot. I love Guild Wars 2 because it is an MMO that succeeds in making a good story from, like I said, MMOs have previously not had very good stories. I mean, you could say that Star Wars. Yeah, you could say Star Wars is pretty good. But I really love the combat in Guild Wars 2, and the fact that it's just pay once. The amount of hours and the amount of content you get for $60 is stunning, and they consistently do updates every month. There's an event. I know Ian Pate Sean and Josh Key and I both really enjoyed the game. I
Both.
think it deserves to be. Who else?
You mean all?
Yeah.
Right,
all of
screw
all.
up.
Fine, Jesus, I'm editing that out. You're okay. You're gonna get. No. Rickety T is not going to be in the next podcast.
Oh, dang it.
Oh,
Shoot!
Oh my
I'm
God,
so
Christian
sorry.
said something.
Please take me back.
Guys, Christian said
Mark
something.
made a joke and it was too
You know,
funny,
he
so
could
shut
just
up.
edit
It's
that
fine.
out of there, and he can be in forever.
yeah, Guild Wars 2 is good, especially with friends. If you have friends, oh, it's great.
I don't have friends, so
Oh, wait, he's
rules
not
that one out.
Yeah.
Great
All right.
joke.
Moving
That's
on.
big
No, we're not allowed to
technically-
move on. We have more
Technically,
games that need to be
Alan
talked about
Wake
in
is
theory.
a contender because it came
Take a
out of
drink.
the PC port this year.
Oh, try it.
Alan Wake's really good. I heard about it when it came out on the Xbox, and I heard it was pretty good, but I never really looked into it. But it's really good at storytelling. I think it's probably a little too in depth for me, but it's still pretty good. Sometimes the combat gets pretty frustrating. There's a number of times we have to rely on the AI, and that's never really good, and it doesn't really turn out well here either.
Ooh, nasty.
But I'm in episode 2, and you have to fend off all of the shadow people while the other guy has the gun, and you have the flare gun. That's kind of difficult, but overall, I mean, it's really good, and I'd say I suggest it. Let's see.
How is PC port though? Because I have not played it. Are there any major issues you've come
I mean,
across?
you can kind of feel like it's a PC port, but it's definitely not bad.
Okay.
It's a good port. I mean, I haven't run into
So it's not
any
War
problem.
Z bad?
No.
Yeah.
Have you
I mean,
picked up American Nightmare? That was the one.
yeah.
The,
No,
yeah.
I didn't, but
That
I know
was cool.
Christian has,
Yeah,
Pregnant
Christian.
pause.
or Christian
What
played
did
it
you
a
think
bit of it, I
about
think.
that? Did you beat that, Christian? American?
No,
Nightmare?
not yet.
My dad beat it, and I beat it, and we both thought it was really cool. It was like it had a very like sci-fi kind of the feel of an episode of Twilight Zone feel to it, and it did that so well. It had the most like the story was really good without being repetitive, and the combat was great, just like because it's something new to the combat like that we haven't seen in most games. So I really enjoyed that game as well.
Twilight Zone. I think you mean Bright Falls. Ha! Okay, so anyway,
It's funny because I don't
Is
get it. Because
Is it
I'm
even
lame.
called Bright Fall? I'm pretty sure it's
Yeah.
not.
that's what it's called.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Whatever, I'll look it up. Might be.
Okay, for those that don't get it, Bright Falls is the in-game parody of the Twilight Zone in Alan
Wha-
Wake,
Oh.
Yeah, right.
and you completely set yourself over that and jumped over it. You really screwed that up.
Me?
I played Highlight No, not you, Ian.
Mhm.
I played Highlight Miami. It's okay. It does a really good job of billing itself as like a really creepy game. I mean, as Josh already knows, just by the music, it's
Yes.
it's like honestly, you listen to the music and it's really good, but it's also the music you kill people to. Like
We were driving in the car and he was playing some of the music, and I seriously thought I was going to get like gunned down to the drive-by street. Oh,
Probably.
by the way, Tupac still's alive.
so. I mean, Hotline Miami is the only problem I have with that game is that the controls are not that tight, and I don't really like them. I tried playing with an Xbox
Well, if you played the
controller, and it was
torrented
a lot
version,
worse.
you could have had some help there.
Well, other than that,
blah,
though,
blah, blah,
it's a
blah.
pretty good game. Let's see other games that came out this year that I played. I think that's about it. I haven't bought Dishonored or Far Cry 3 yet, and that's the question I was going to pose to you, Christian and Ian, since I know you both have played these.
I'm sorry, what did you say? I was totally reading something.
Okay, great, thank you.
Professionalism.
Question I have is, I've got $30 to waste. Should I spend it on Dishonored or Far Cry 3? What I've heard, I mean, I know I will enjoy both games. I'm sort of leaning towards Far Cry though, only because I think that'll be more worth my money. Because I've heard that Dishonored's really good, but it's kind of short. But I don't know. That's what I'm asking you. So what do you guys think I should buy?
So I think Far Cry 3 has done a lot of both of these games are obviously really great. It's been on
Mhm.
a lot of people's top games of the year, especially Far Cry 3. Honestly, right now, I think you should go ahead and buy Far Cry 3 if they're both $30.
hmm
Because I think because of the age of Dishonored is a bit older, I think it'll go on sale later. But I think it'll go sale much cheaper later. That's the only reason I'd say.
Honestly,
I think they're both great. Yeah, what do you have to say, Mariner?
I was actually gonna say wait for Dishonored and buy the DLC for it.
Yeah, I would agree.
Okay. Other games I played this year. Yes, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, even though I haven't played any games, just looking at all the reviews and what I've gathered, Dishonored seems like a more satisfying game, just because like Far Cry 3 does something that a lot of other things a lot of other games have done, and it does it well. But
Right.
Dishonored is something kind of new, and it does it really well in that regard.
It is a very satisfying game. I agree.
I can agree with that. Other games that I played this year that came out this year, Borderlands 2. We kind of talked about that a bit. It was all right. It was definitely a much better Borderlands game. Borderlands, the way I always thought about it was Borderlands, was a game that had kind of a small budget because the developers weren't really sure whether or not it was going to be a good idea. And then once it exploded and became really popular, they poured a lot of money into Borderlands 2, and I think they did a great job with it. Like I said, the dialogue isn't really that good, but the gameplay is just as good, if not better, than Borderlands in a number of different ways. It's a lot more expansive, a lot bigger, and like was talking about, there's plenty of DLC for it too, and I've heard that's all good as well. So I never really got into it, honestly, as Ian kind of said. It's a really fun game, but I just never really got into it. But I'd suggest it if you're a fan of Borderlands.
One thing I want to clarify when I said it's a more satisfying game, I think it's kind of like the difference between Journey and Skyrim, where Journey is a 45-minute experience. Skyrim is like a 300-hour epic, and where I put like around 200 hours into Skyrim. It's crazy fun. You got tons of mods, but it's something that's been done a million times before. The thing is, it's been done a million times before, but really, really well. Mm-hmm. And with Journey, it's something that's never been done before. So it's playing the game is just like, oh wow, it's like that's something that's actually like new to me, like something I haven't experienced before. You know what I mean? It's like eating your favorite food is always really nice, but eating something new that you discover you like is like really cool.
Right. And I can agree with that because Far Cry 3 doesn't seem like it's very new, but it does seem like it's a really well put together game that does that very well. Whereas you never really see a lot of really good, games which have a lot of stealth, and I think Dishonored also does that well. Let's see other games Walking Dead. I haven't beat that yet because I'm lazy and just haven't. But
it takes a lot of immersion, like to feel like ready to like play an entire episode. Yeah,
it's really good. It's definitely not an action game, but I think it's a very good storytelling game, and I'm really glad to see that a game like that did as well as it did. A lot of games on the market are all strategy or action, that sort of thing, and
or hats.
Or hats. But I think that I really like how it's won a lot of Game of the Year awards already, and it did as well as it has, which I think is great for Telltale because it kind of shows that the adventure game genre is, sort of coming back, and the story is a really integral part of it, not necessarily the adventure part. But I've always been a fan of adventure games, and I'm really glad to see that they're doing it as well as they are now.
Yeah, I think if you do get a PS3, you're going to enjoy a lot of games. Mm-hmm. Uncharted and Infamous.
Infamous.
Not going to make that joke.
The other one that I played that I really enjoyed was Max Payne 3. Was a really good game.
It was.
I don't know. I never really played any other Max Paynes, but as soon as I saw some ads for this game, I really kind of fell in love with it. It had a really good story, really great storytelling, and the gameplay was just lots of fun. And honestly, that's one of the few games that I would actually, consider going back and playing through, different levels and that sort of thing, because most games I wouldn't really enjoy doing that. But for this game, with the whole slow motion thing, I think it's a lot of fun, and I really enjoy it. The only problem I have is it was kind of short, but maybe that's just because I just kind of rushed through it because I really liked it. But I would definitely suggest it for those who are considering picking it up. It's a lot of fun.
Did anyone here play Skyward Sword?
Yeah, Josh did.
Did you like it?
I did. It was interesting. The actual initial charm of it was really good. Mm-hmm. Looking back, it doesn't seem as good. But as I was playing it was a very good game, I think, in itself. The only problem was the game was entirely tailored to the motion control.
I just wanted to point out, I think, and from what I've read at least, it's not that it was, like waggle control. And I think that's the one thing it did well, is because it's, Wii Motion Plus and everything. And I think, it did a really good job with that, but it was just the fact that you actually had to use it all the time.
The final boss was extremely underwhelming. Okay. so
Like,
extremely underwhelming.
Deus Ex Human
Like,
Revolution bad?
I have not finished that, but
Oh my
basically,
god.
it was a so he's dead. Oh.
Oh, it's like,
Like,
oh, I'm so sorry, you're
Not
dead.
even the music felt like boss music. It just kind of felt like music in the background. It was, and because you had to like wait for him to telegraph all of his moves and everything, it didn't have the same like urgency of like a final boss fight or anything. It was just kind of okay, sit here and wait until he does the really obvious telegraphed attack.
I think next Zelda game's gonna be good because of that. I think they're gonna like do a lot of things that they did wrong in Skyward Sword right. I know Skyward Sword wasn't a bad game because people still liked it. I think it was.
It wasn't a bad game, no.
But when you have a game like Zelda, it's so easy to hate because it has a nearly like a perfect record. I mean, of games.
Yeah, it's like for a Zelda game, it wasn't as good, but for a game, it was pretty good. I'm personally looking forward to a new game that does not have a controller gimmick.
And I think about the Wii U, wanted that console for a while because that's a new one.
So just real quick, the last game that I played this year was Dear Esther, and I hated it. So overall, my game of the year, I haven't played a lot of what people would like consider their games of the year, you know. So I'm not really sure. Like I said, I'm planning on buying Far Cry 3, I guess, sooner. So that like Ian said, you know, that may change. But honestly, for game of the year,
While you think, I have a few things to say.
Okay.
I know PS3 exclusive, but from what I've played of Tokyo Jungle, I can't say much about it because I haven't played it enough to like comment on it. But it's like a cool idea, and I like playing it with co-op like, with my dad. And if you have a PS3 and you want to, like, pick it up. It was like really fun.
Okay.
Yeah, the game looked pretty good.
I haven't played very many games this year, but I mean, that came out this year that were really good. But Max Payne 3 was probably my
That boss though.
That was so
Ooh.
stupid.
Still
Okay,
can't beat it.
real quick. There is a boss in Max Payne 3 towards the end where you literally have to shoot out all of the ceiling tiles above him. And not just the ceiling tiles, but you shoot the ceiling tile and you have to shoot every piece of the ceiling tile. Like it shatters and you shoot every piece. And it is so annoying and stupid. It makes no sense. But anyway, Brandon, go ahead and talk about games you bought this year.
Borderlands 2. Very fun if you like shooting people.
Did you play with friends?
Yeah, I played with friends. I played with Sean. And then occasionally Mark and Michael.
Sean's a friend, I guess.
Yep.
Ugh.
Wow.
He likes to shout out irrelevant game things. This Minecraft thing happened, and then he tells us, and then it's like that didn't actually happen.
That's such a great quote. That didn't actually happen, but it'd be cool if it did.
Yeah.
Game with
in
years.
reference to a TF2. Okay. I'll get back on topic and stop being funny now. Sigh. Walking Dead and XCOM are like two that I played this year that also came out.
I'm pretty
sound
much
so
half
depressed
asleep,
right
guys.
now. I know, I sound
you sound
depressed
so
because-
high.
Yeah, no, like, it seems like every time we're like doing something funny, it's like, no, get back on topic. What's your game of the year?
No, because what you were explaining was, so Sean does this, and he says what, and he talks about Minecraft stuff, and that wasn't really enjoyable, I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're gonna already be depressed and then get depressed when people complain that you're depressed, then, I mean, that's kind of your own
And he
fault.
turns
I'm
into
not
Carl
getting depressed
Dorkington,
'cause you
and then
guys
it's
are
funny.
complaining I'm depressed. I'm getting depressed because I'm bored.
Okay, well, stop
Oh,
acting bored,
yeah.
and then we'll stop yelling at you about it.
Again, I'm at the end of the list, so I can't really give any original insight.
You can
kidding.
talk about what you think
Break your
about
own
each
rules,
game.
yeah,
You don't have to stop and talk about how other people talked about it. That's
No,
okay.
it's not interesting, though. It's not interesting or original, and there's no point in me giving my opinion if it's nothing new.
But
Okay,
you thought
Brandon didn't like any of the games he
Have you
played
met
this year.
something
Moving
called
on.
YouTube comments?
Yes, I have, and I don't want to strive to be like them.
Too late. Oh, what? Good joke. It was a good
What?
Who are we
Christian's
missing?
got the right
We,
idea.
we,
We're
lose
missing-
someone? We lost
Christian
Christian.
Just moved. He just moved.
Christian just
Okay.
left.
Oh, he moved. Oh.
Wow.
Anyways, back to the bad game.
Kick him out.
I think you might lose me too, in all honesty.
Okay,
I'm hanging on by a thread here.
let's go ahead.
We're asking you to talk about whatever you want, and you're already about to leave.
You're not asking me to talk about whatever we want, and asking me to talk about whatever is on the preset list of conversational topics.
Brandon, what do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about the meaning of life.
Okay, let's go.
Okay. I don't know.
Didn't see the movie.
The idea of... I don't know. The idea of perception's kind of interesting. The idea that you guys don't give a crap. It doesn't even matter.
Oh my God.
Way to
Shut-
shoot yourself in the foot, Bucko.
Wait. So, we literally give you the opportunity to talk about whatever you want that will interest you, and halfway through, not even halfway through, like 4 words in, you stop talking because you automatically assume that we are not interested.
My God, he really is Chris Martin.
Okay, so
What?
quit being an emotional
Chris-
Ian Pate.
What's your game of the year?
XCOM. XCOM's my game of the year because you guys have listened to me play that game, and you know exactly why it's the game of the year.
Yeah.
The sheer emotions that you can go through. It's like, oh, a guy got shot. Oh, this happened, that happened, blah, blah, blah. You know, oh, Ian Drake saved the world. You know, all that stuff.
I do every day.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Saving the world every day. Use my psychic powers to create black holes in time and space and kill aliens, you know?
for sure. All right. Well, okay. So the Wii U, because that came out this year, and it's surprising to me, sold very, very well. I think what Nintendo does well is not hardware. I think Nintendo does software really well, but I am happy to see that they are trying to release something new, not just another console that can run games with really fancy graphics, something that can play games and you can play them differently. I know I think they can use that controller to their advantage. I think they can use it really well. I think a lot of games would be phenomenal with that. I know Mass Effect 3 utilized it very well. I know because you can control your squad from that. And I know there's a Zombie U. You can look at your backpack while kind of looking up at the screen to see if no one's on you. I think it just works really well. Anyone else say about the new console Wii U?
It looks good.
Call
I'd
of Duty
say-
Black Ops 2 is actually nicer to play on the gamepad,
Yeah.
from what I've heard.
I did hear that.
I'm actually glad that they're actually having a official, I guess, classic controller type of thing. That's not just a weird little pad with buttons on it, because that means
Even
that
though
they'll
it
actually.
apparently sucks balls.
Well, I mean, it at least means they're trying to like not just be exclusively gimmick. I mean, while I'm sure that the gamepad will work out decently with a lot of stuff, there's still going to be the people who just want something, who just want a pad
An
with buttons.
Xbox controller.
So it's like, I mean, I'm just glad to see that they're actually not ignoring half of the market.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Sure. Right.
Yeah, well, sure,
Well,
whatever.
That wraps up video games. Anyone say anything about video games in general? Not even like just video games, you know?
Oh,
Anything.
They call school shootings and I hate them.
The idea of perception.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Mariner.
perception. It's interesting.
yeah, definitely. Everyone, definitely. I was watching one of Angry Joe's biggest controversies of 2012 in gaming, and the thing that struck me was the Arma 3 kidnappings of
Oh yeah.
the 2 devs. Seriously, Greece, fuck you guys. Just bring them home.
And if you would explain that to our viewers who don't know what that is.
Who are uninformed and suck the D, if you know what I'm saying.
Implying
Yeah,
we have
basically,
viewers.
The double D's.
Yeah. 2 Arma 3 developers, Ivan Bukta and Martin Pesler. Sorry, I forgot your names wrong.
They're really
Bohemian
offended
Interactive.
now.
They're in Greece. I don't think they can hear me. Just saying.
Great
Anyway,
people.
they went over to Greece just to shoot like a few local pictures. Not even specifically around a quote military installation, just like somewhere on the island that it happened to be, and just for researching for the Greek island in Arma 3 because Bohemia Interactive's anal retentive about accuracy, and that's what people like about them. But yeah, the Greek government, in lieu of better things to do, like fix their fucking economy, decided to accuse them for espionage because they were taking secret photos of their base that you could find with a Google search in about a second.
Yeah, that was it's so sad.
Sorry about that, guy.
Christian
that's
is
all right.
back.
Wow.
Oh my god, it's him.
Wow.
Any comments on the Wii U or Brandon's sheer boredom or the perception of reality?
Wii U has zombies on it, so it can't be bad, right?
And it's
Yeah,
actually
true.
a sequel and a remake
That's
to
it.
like a really old game, apparently.
What is?
Zombie U.
Is it really?
Oh yeah.
Yes, it
that's right.
is.
Yeah, some like really old EA game or something like that.
Well, it's basically
Yeah, when
just like
EA
it has
used
the
to
same
be
name
actually
as
awesome.
not EA, it's Ubisoft.
Was it Ubisoft? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. That's
EA
right.
did publish a lot of Ubisoft.
Okay, but it was Ubisoft that made it.
Fine.
So shut your face, you freaking idiot. You don't know anything you're talking about.
Moving on to school shootings.
Oh, it was Ubisoft's first publication. That's kind of
Yeah.
nice.
Oh, that's cool.
No,
Yeah.
but I mean,
Probably
like,
the
when you
only
have
game.
a text-based adventure, like you grab the flask and get eaten by a zombie. No, it's
No, it was
like-
actually in first person.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm
yes,
surprised.
it was released in 1986.
Monolith
Okay,
Films,
well,
2012.
I like all the blank, spots we've had here. I think that
Oh, yeah.
just about wraps it up now.
Woo!
But I just got back.
So okay, got a doodle tab. That's a thing.
They're
it's
called
a little
graphics
pad.
tablets for
Yeah,
everyone who
works.
doesn't know what you're
I'm
talking
gonna
about.
I'm gonna call it the doodle tab.
I'm pretty sure you
That's
can
what I
figure
told
that
people
out
at Best
just by
Buy.
thinking about it, but if you can't, then yes.
That's
You're
what I
doing
told
your
the people at Best Buy.
commentary right.
That's what I told Joel. He called it. I said where are the doodle tabs? He showed me.
You mean the
Anyway.
Wacom tablet?
No, doodle tabs.
He needs
So yeah,
Wacom.
going to try my hand at possibly animating little clips of here that have been a little bit more funny than the other drone moan the rest of this has been. So,
Oh my god, how did that person hit me in chivalry?
Oh my god, there's a bunch of cows in my room.
oh, that maybe. Who knows?
Random words, oh god, love us.
So yeah,
What?
basically, I think we're in general trying to kind of revive Monolith in a way because a lot of us have more free time. So yeah,
Slash out of a
hopefully
job.
do that. Yeah, basically.
Well, same thing.
Where's the defibrillator?
Uh,
Res, please.
God, bless
Dude, uninstall Mumble right now.
Leave now. Just go.
Okay.
So, do you guys?
He actually left.
So
I'm just kidding.
do you guys
Okay,
want to
thanks.
play a game now?
Sure.
Why not?
Maybe.
Which
No, life
podcast?
sucks
Okay,
too
no,
much.
wait, that does make sense.
I don't understand life anymore, and I don't understand why I'm wasting it here.
You're right about the first part of that statement.
Ace of Spades.
Yes,
Uh,
that's exactly what I was thinking.
Let's
go back
record
to
it,
the Supreme
too.
Court.
That's what I just said.
all right. Well, okay. Give me like 5 minutes, and then
No, we
can.
have to do it now.
Oh,
we
okay.
have to
You
do
can
it.
only play with your doodle tab.
That's why our community page says, no, we have to record now.
Oh, that's right.
Remember that?
Okay.
Been a long ass
So
time ago.
everyone, the Monolith Cast, 2012, actually 2013. We're gonna
Let's
still say
sing a
2012.
song to sign us off,
Let's
okay?
put our hands in the middle.
This
and
is the
raise
song
it up.
that does
Hey, here's a little extra stuff we recorded just for this kind of like post-show stuff. One of the official podcast is over, but here's a few minutes to talk about Assassin's Creed and some other stuff.
I really did like Assassin's Creed 3. I thought it was really good. I haven't really finished it because my disc broke unexpectedly, so I'm not really sure how it ends. But where I'm at, I think it's really good. It's got a lot of nice features. You got the tomahawk. The only thing I could say is I wish I could throw the tomahawk. It's a little bit of a button masher, but there's a lot of new like things to do in the game that.
You could play as Desmond.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of new things you can do. Like, just in the game.
Desmond.
Okay, whatever, fine.
I was joking, Michael.
It's okay. Go
I was only
ahead.
doing it because it.
And what else?
Don't feel Brandon.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine. So,
Okay, Michael, halfway through, like we're like describing games. Brandon was last in the list, so it's kind of understandable. We're all talking about games for quite a while. It wasn't like we were just rambling. I mean, sometimes they were. I mean,
I mean,
a little while, but
by rambling or anything else?
no. I'm talking about, like,
we're
what
telling
we
you
were
a
doing
story.
earlier, and then we're all listing we're all listing games we played, like why they were good, and I feel like that was actually pretty good. Like it's like a good foretelling of the games we played and why we liked them, and a lot about the games. But like since we get to Brandon's like, well, you guys pretty much said everything already. I don't really have anything to say anymore.
It was literally just like that. Just like it
Oh.
was like sounded like so like monotone.
Why?
Can't speak words.
What was his game of the year that you guys already took?
XCOM.
Well, no, and that wasn't. It was like you can talk about whatever you wanted about the game and like pick your own game of the year, even if somebody else already did.
Yeah,
He was
I
just
made
like,
that mistake.
Everybody already said everything about all my games. Like XCOM, it's a lot of fun. I'm done. That's it.
Well, I mean, I don't know, Assassin's Creed. Did you want me to finish that? Or
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm
Dude,
recording,
yeah,
so
yeah,
say
that's
what,
the only
and
game we didn't
I'll
talk
include
about,
it.
I think.
Yeah. Dang it! I forgot to talk about that. Talk about it, because I'm gonna put it in the podcast.
Wait, talk about what? I'm sorry.
Assassin's Creed. Continue your
Oh.
story.
Oh, I thought you were saying. All right. So I do like in all the other Assassin's Creed, it was like, oh, let's spend like an hour doing the front, like not playing Assassin's Creed, but you're Desmond, you're not doing stupid stuff that has nothing to do with the game. and it's really annoying. But this one was really like, okay, you're gonna do a little bit, but then we're just gonna jump right in because that's what this game is. And it was really good. The storyline was good. The assassin's part, like from Brotherhood and Revelations, wasn't really in there. I mean, it was there, but it wasn't really doable. I mean, you don't really know how to recruit them. You can't really call them, and it's really confusing.
That's a good point. How do you recruit someone into an assassin's organization?
Wait,
stabbed you enough times, you didn't die. You must be pretty good.
Wait, in this one or just any of them?
We're
Just
making
the
a joke.
concept of like
Yeah, exactly.
recruiting for an assassin's organization.
Well, because like I mean, in the Ian, you know, like you save them. And they're like, oh, I owe you dead or whatever. And he's like, oh, go to this place and be an assassin.
But also, they're all really good. It's like the weird thing. It's like, hey, you know how you were like getting like killed on the streets and I saved you? You make a good assassin. People getting prosecuted usually are really good. I need it with compression.
Any other games you played that you thought were noteworthy?
I could complain about Modern Black Ops 2 for a little bit if you wanted.
We probably all already have.
Okay, fine. I didn't really play that many games this year just because I haven't gotten Halo 4. I mean, it looks good. Skyrim DLC was good. Oh, Tom Clancy's Future Soldier, piece of shit game. Right there.
My game of the year was T4 Dress 2. Came out this May. I was really looking forward to it, and it literally, I mean, honestly, I think it's one of the best games I've ever played, period. It did such a great job of just, hitting all the marks on my my scorecard of actually good games, which I have about 10 more left, so I'm running out. But it was really good, especially for a free-to-play title. I was genuinely surprised, and the voice acting was really great. Very recognizable characters, so overall, I'd highly suggest it to anybody that wants to play a video game, period.
Wait, but how would you describe the story in about 5 words?
In 5 words, let's see. Do you suck dick? ?
Oh, yeah.
I hate to be rude, but I believe that was about 6 words.
Well, ? was supposed to be punctuation, not the words ?
Oh my god!
But then I believe you only had about 4 words, if you're not including that one.
Oh my
I'm
god, you're
pretending
such a
that
grammar
the
Nazi. Go invade Poland.
Is a word.
Then that would be 2 words.
You better include the fucking pause in here.
Okay, fine. My 5 words would be my 5 words would be Vince Vaughn with slap chop.